What's going on, guys? There's been a bunch of talk lately about how the top 4 picks in the 2014 draft are all playing the Stanley Cup final. That, of course, is Ekblad, Reinhart, and Bennett on the Florida Panthers, and then Draisaitl on the Oilers. But if you actually look at the 2014 draft as a whole, it's honestly really stacked. I think it's often overshadowed by that 2015 draft led by McDavid, but the 2014 draft is super good too. So today we're going to find out how good a team of players only from the 2014 draft would do. I've already added them to the game here, and their name here is Philadelphia Draft, as the 2014 draft was held in Philadelphia. That's also why they're in the Metro Division. 97 overall. The next closest team I think is the Rangers and the Hurricanes, both 94, which honestly is kind of ridiculous. So even though we're 97 overall, we're actually probably gonna have a bit of a challenge here making it to the playoffs. And you know what, guys, I immediately take back what I said. Even though we're in a tough division, there is absolutely no way this team should not make the playoffs. I'll actually start off by showing you the AHL team, where we have like the extra players who didn't quite make the roster. First line, you got Barbashev, Schmaltz, and Arvidsson. So that's just going to give you an idea. Those guys were not good enough. Defensively, you got Middleton, D'Angelo. That could actually be a nasty top D pair. And this is the third string goalie. 91 overall, Thatcher Demko. Are you kidding me? So that just should show you how good this team is about to be. So we'll start with the goaltenders, guys. We got the two Russians in New York, Sorokin and Shesterkin. Like, are you kidding me? Absolutely insane. If we had Vasilevsky instead of Demko, we'd literally have like the Russian hockey team's goaltenders. Now, in terms of the forward group, I mean, it's absolutely stacked. So I got Reinhart playing the top line with Draisaitl, Pastrnak. You could put someone else there, but, you know, Reinhart, Draisaitl, of course, facing off the Stanley Cup final. You got Nylander on the second line with Larkin, Braden Point. I mean, come on. The entire top 6 is all 90 plus. Pastrnak and Draisaitl, of course, are superstars. Third line here even, you got a couple LA Kings and Kevin Fiala and Kempe. And in the middle there, you got Jared McCann. And then on the fourth line here, you got Nick Ehlers, Sam Bennett, another Florida Panther, and Alex Tuch. I should mention too, guys, I'm using EA's rosters here, so I'm not sure who thought Nick Ehlers should have been 85 overall, but that is definitely way too underrated. In terms of the defense, literally half our defense is Florida Panther players. So we got Taze Ekblad on the top pair. Our second pairing is literally 2 Panthers in Montour and Forsling. Bottom pairing there, Pettersson, Sanheim. So I feel like the defense absolutely stacked as well. You look at like the special teams here. I mean, power play 1. You got Reinhart up front, Pastrnak, Nylander, Draisaitl, Montour on the back end. This actually might be a power play to compete with the Oilers power play. Like, it's that good. Power play 2 even looks sick as well. And you know what, guys? Rather than have Ekblad on the point, I'm just going to say screw it. Let's throw out Dylan Larkin. He's got more offensive touch. Let's look at a +2. We'll see what happens. 4-man power play, 1's a +5, seconds +3. And now in terms of PK, guys, we got 2 of the fastest players in the league. Dylan Larkin, Braden Point. Of course, Taze and Ekblad on the back end. It's 6 so nasty. I think, honestly, too, we get good chemistry everywhere except for the 3-man. We get a -1, -2, -3, but hopefully, like, the 3-man PK is not out there too often. And obviously, too, guys, in case, you know, it wasn't obvious, as I mentioned, every single player here was a 2014 draft pick. So, you know, pretty cool. You going through the names, seeing everybody there is 2014. Also, too, in terms of, like, some of the player types that aren't quite accurate, again, like I said, this is EA's roster. So you guys can see all the 2014s there. Of course, too, the 2 goalies. 2014 4th round, 2014 3rd round, absolute steals for both, you know, the New York franchises there. So we'll get started here, guys, with the sim. If you're wondering about the captaincy, decide to keep it easy and just give the captaincy to like the top 3 picks. We got Ekblad here wearing the C, with both Draisaitl and Reinhart wearing A's. And I've actually already simmed through the preseason guide. And as you can see, we're currently 5-2, so we're not dominating too much. Nylander's actually leading score there. 9 points in 7 games. But I'll show you guys here the ratings as well too. The jerseys, decided to go with like the metallic orange helmet and gloves. I thought that was kind of nasty. Also too, because the draft was held in Philadelphia, went the Flyers colors there. So really, you guys can see the home, the away, and the alternate. Decided to just throw the Panthers logo on it because, again, I think a quarter of this team is literally Florida Panthers players, half the defense is. So right there, you guys can see all the jerseys being rocked by Pastrnak there. And in terms of the ratings, I mean, come on, 100 offense, 95 defense, 98 goaltending. We better win the Stanley Cup. And real quick too, guys, before we get started with the sims, you could leave a thumbs up. Also in the comment section, how good do you think this team's going to do? Stanley Cup, conference final, playoffs, miss the playoffs. Let me know. All right, guys, well, this is kind of crazy. I don't usually do this, but we're 11 games into the season. We currently have a negative record, 4-5-2. Sam Reinhart's doing quite well. But I was looking at our head coach here as a B overall, defensive specialty. I think that might be the issue, so I'm just going to fire him, and we'll promote the associate coach here to be our new head coach. We'll hire some associate instead. I mean, staff chemistry immediately jumped up. Usually that's the case, though, if you have less staff. Kind of weird how that works, but hopefully that'll fix this team's slow start. If we do go on to make the Stanley Cup Finals, it'll actually be pretty similar with the Oilers did in real life this year. Okay, guys, this is insane. I don't want to jinx it, but we fired our coach on the 31st. We lost that game to the Leafs the day we fired him. Fair enough. And then we've gone on, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 game win streak. We're now about to play the Flyers, and then we're, of course, the other Philadelphia team. We're going for 14. We get it done. 15 against the Islanders. And okay, 16 with the Stars. Shootout loss. All right, so 15 straight wins after firing the head coach. Definitely, like I said, like the real life Oilers, that was the right move to make. As for the trade deadline, guys, we're currently first place in the division and the entire NHL. So huge turnaround here. Hopefully I can keep it up here for the next month and a half, and we'll go on a deep playoff run. And so I just finished through the season, guys. We have a record there of 53, 25, and 4. Unfortunately, the real life President's Trophy winner Rangers actually beat us out by 2 points for the division. And it looks like, yeah, so they did win the President's Trophy in this game. So that's kind of cool. We get second there. Hopefully, we can meet them and actually beat them in the playoffs. Reinhart popped off 103 points there, 82 games. AHL-wise, Nick Schmaltz at 102. I mean, when you got like 384s on the top line, you should expect that performance. But still, Sam Reinhart, being the leading scorer with, him in the second final, I think is awesome. Pastrnak there at 102. Draisaitl 96, so he was quite close. Pasta there also had 50-plus goals. Nylander 75, .69, nice. Larkin and Montour at 60, so Montour actually had a pretty good year. Ehlers playing fourth line, still had 41 points. Not bad at all. Tays there 41, Forsling 40, so getting pretty good production here from everybody. Looking at the goaltenders, so they pretty much split evenly. And numbers, though, definitely Shesterkin, 9-1-2. I'll make sure he's starting the playoffs. 273 goals against. I'm surprised Sorokin there being a 92. Had such worse numbers. Like, that doesn't really make sense. AHL-wise, Demko, a 91 in the AHL should probably have better than a 905 save percentage, especially, too, when you had, like, a top D pair that was literally NHL defenseman. Again, Schmaltz absolutely crushed it, 102. Arvidsson, 89. Barbashev, 87. D'Angelo there at 61 points. Even Middleton, 32. And now in terms of the entire league, guys, Patty Kane on the Red Wings, 121. I mean, yeah, EA's roster is way too high rated, 89, but still, that is incredible. I wish Patty Kane popped off like that. McDavid, McKinnon, Zuccarello, 109. Some interesting results here for sure. Oilers Draisaitl did do better than ours. Ovi at 103. In terms of goals, it's Ovechkin 65, but our Pastrnak there was actually 5th place with 53 points. He did better than the Boston Bruin one, so that is pretty cool. Not usually the case. Defensive scoring, Adam Fox 108 actually beat out Makar. Usually it is Makar that leads the way. Shesterkin there with the Rangers, 43 wins. I mean, that makes sense. He had more games played, of course. Save percentage there goes to Shesterkin as well. So again, players on the original teams are doing better than our players, but that is fine. Rookie skaters, let's see. Bedard put up 75. And like I was saying, guys, we finished second place in the NHL there behind Rangers. Red Wings got third. I wish that was the case. Last place, I'm just kind of curious, was the Arizona Coyotes. Okay, Sharks second last. I mean, pretty realistic, like I said. Rangers getting first there. Those teams at the bottom. Like I was saying, guys, before we get started the playoffs here, I gotta make sure Shesterkin is starting. I don't know why Sorokin, 92 overall, was giving us such bad numbers. But we got the Pittsburgh Penguins here in the first round. Should definitely be able to beat them. Like, they didn't even make the playoffs in real life. And our first 2 games here, guys, are at home. Obviously, unless we play the Rangers, we'll have home ice advantage the entire playoffs. We actually lose game 1 in OT. Luckily, win game 2. Game 3's a loss. Game 4's a win. Pittsburgh's putting up a fight here. Are you kidding me? Probably led by Sid. Game 5, we luckily win. Have to just win one of the next 2 now. And there we go. We beat the Penguins there in 6. So moving on to round 2, we have the New York Rangers here. So they are advancing. They're unfortunately, we sent the first game. We won it in New York. And the second game is another win at Madison Square Garden. Let's go. Headed home now to Philly. And we get a win and a loss. So we're up 3-1 here on the Rangers. Just won back-to-back. Luckily, we win in 6. I was going to say, if we get reverse swept, I would have freaked out. Should mention, too, that first round was actually like a Pennsylvania rivalry matchup, which is pretty cool to see. So, moving on now, guys, to the conference final. We have the Carolina Hurricanes here. And it looks like in the West, you're going to have the Canucks and the Stars. So, first 2 games against Carolina at home. An OT win and a loss. Next 2 games here in Raleigh. Couple wins. So, again, we just have to win one of the next 3 games. We're looking pretty good. Forced game 6. Game 6 an OT loss. Game 7 here at Carolina. Winner moves on to the Stanley Cup final. Let's see if we can get it done. We're down too early. Svechnikov, Gensel. And, okay, we actually answered back. Ekblad, Nylander tied it up. Natchez, though, got the go-ahead goal. Let's just end the period here. Seal our fate. And let's go. Pastrnak ties it up. I just resumed the simulation, guys. I didn't even see who scored. No, God! Are you kidding me? Jordan Staal gets the OT winner. Come on. I thought we were destined here for the Stanley Cup. Unfortunately, Carolina had other ideas, beating us in OT. We had the 3-1 series lead as well, and we lost back-to-back games, 4-3 in OT. That is just incredible. Totally forgot you guys to check the AHL team, see how they did in the playoffs. And it doesn't look like they made the playoffs, which is pretty insane for a team that had, a 100-point score. But I'll have to take a look, I guess, and see what the record was after the playoff sim here. But Carolina Canucks, and you got the Carolina Hurricanes actually winning the Stanley Cup. That was my pick in real life. Unfortunately, the Rangers there got the better of them. Sam Reinhart was our playoff scoring leader, 27 points in 19 games. I just want to check our AHL team here. They went 36, 42, and 4 with a 100-point score in Schmaltz, a 91 overall goalie in Thatcher Demko. I honestly am lost for words. We'll take a look at our playoff scoring leaders. So behind Reinhart, who honestly popped off, you had Draisaitl over point per game. Same with Pastrnak and Nylander. Point was close. Same with Larkin. Goaltending stats. So Shesterkin gave us above 900 save percentage, 3 goals against. Like, really not too bad. Taking a look here at the playoff tree. So the Hurricanes beat the Red Wings in round 1. Swept the Bruins in round 2. Beat us, of course, in 7 in the conference final. And then they swept the Vancouver Canucks in the Stanley Cup final. So, again, I really think this team probably should have won the Cup, but at least we made the conference final. And again, we got pretty unlucky, losing 3 straight there. The Hurricanes, Stanley Cup goes to them. President's Trophy, the Rangers. Patty Kane there, Art Ross Trophy, and the Hart. Again, crazy sim for him. James Norris goes to Adam Fox. Patty Kane also got the Lady Byng. Bedard, Calder, Gensel, Conn Smythe, Shesterkin, Vezina, along with William Jennings. You got Parayko, Bill Masterton, Red Wings coach Jack Adams. Crosby gets the Selke. Patty Kane, Ted Lindsay, and then Obi then Maurice Richard. So it's like it's, I don't know, 2010 all over again. Unfortunately, no awards for our team, but we'll take a look at the AHL awards. Nick Schmaltz had the most points in the AHL. Also got league MVP, even though our team missed the playoffs. Shore there, most goals. Interesting. Nestorenko, best rookie. Hanola, best defenseman. Klang got best goalie, so did not go to Thatcher Demko, which honestly is pretty funny. So, yeah, I don't know what happened there with the AHL team. I think the AHL team not even make the playoffs is honestly much more embarrassing than that stacked NHL team going out round 7 in the conference final. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave that thumbs up. Also, too, guys, I mentioned the 2015 team earlier. I did a video with them a few years back. They actually did win the Stanley Cup, so I think it proves, you know, the 2015 draft team is better than the 2014 team, but still, both are very stacked. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.